Hello everybody, welcome to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2017, the Unemployment Challenge, and we're looking at the new signing that will be coming next season. Albano Peoria, and he's 17 years of age, but because of the laws and rules in Argentinian and also South American football, any player that is under the age of 18 cannot move before their 18th birthday, and so because he's born in May, we won't be signing this guy until the 2026 season, which is not a concern as far as I'm concerned. He's a young talent, he's a bright future of the game, and I wanted to get more young talents in while we have this issue with Miguel Benavidez, and he's handed in a transfer request, which I have accepted, admittedly. He was unhappy that I rejected an offer from Man City, that I wanted more money for them. I want 30 million up front with 10 million add-on fees at least, so take up to 40 million. Apparently that is too much for some teams, which I'm very confused by, because he's worth 23 million. He should be at least worth that much, I feel. Yes, he's only getting 50 grand a week, but his contract expires in 2029, so I feel I'm justified in going ahead and saying, look, I want that much more money for him. And if I'm going to compare the two players, it's not really much of a contest, is it? But for the most part, one is younger, one is older. It's the mental side that's Benavidez is better for him, but he has got 10 years of experience on the younger talent, so it's understandable. And the physical side of things, he's also better than Guria, but he's young. I'm buying Guria for the future. Benavidez is here for now. Now, I know that some teams want to buy him, like Man City and such, but I want to make sure that we get the best players possible, really. And that's always been how I do things, always been how I want to complete things. I'm not sure if I'll play Benavidez again, honestly, because of how upset he's become. But he wanted to go to Man City. They're no longer interested now. It's Chelsea and West Brom that want him. Now, I'm not going to go to sell him to West Brom. I don't think they're good enough for him. But Chelsea, it was at one point Dortmund as well. But he wants to go to the Premier League. It's obviously wants to go to the Premier League, and it's annoying that is the case. But at the same time, I can't really do anything about it. And I can't stop that from happening. Either way, I want 40 million for him. If they don't give me 40 million for him in any kind of deal, I will not sell him. I want a redeval deal, thank you. But I'm going to look at the two other players that I'm going to be signing on a future transfer fee. The 10th of January is when I bring Norbe Capezas to the club. He is only 17 at the moment, but he will turn 18 on the 10th of January, which is why he's able to come in the winter transfer window, and he will be my second best player in that position right now, and he'll actually be better than Conceição, which is saying a lot, or Conceição. But yeah, he's a very good player, very excited to be able to have him in the side, and I'm just going to compare him to Rodrigo, and I think you can see why I'm excited to have him. Yes, the jumping reach is not very good for either player, but yes, Conceição is the faster, but 8 years of difference, anything can happen during that time, anything can happen. I'm excited to have all these young talents coming to the club. It's very good for me. And also, Jorge Pinto is going to be coming at the 1st of July, which is really important for me. I want to think enough his contract expires just a year, literally just a day before, so I could have got him a free transfer potentially, but it's a bit late for that. I will scout him again just to see how much he's progressed compared to last time I got him in. And I'm just going to look at him now and compare him to Nelson, because he's the man who'll be fighting for position. And right now, I think he's actually better than Nelson, which says a lot. And he's only 17, so Nelson's 31 and Pinto's 17. So I'm very happy how this is going. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do here with these players. But anyway, we've had 3 games in the month of August. Let's see how it goes down, and let's see who's in our Champions League group for this season. So our first game of the league campaign was always Alves, and we won 4-1. We had a good start. with a 3-0 lead at half-time before they got a goal just before the break, which is disappointing. We did have a moment of panic where players got sent off, but then they lost their player, Pillow, literally 2 minutes later. And from the resulting penalty, Chris actually missed it. So he actually scored a penalty, missed a penalty, but then scored anyway to get his second, so he could have got a hat-trick. But either way, it's a good start to the league campaign, and I'm very happy with how things have gone in this match. Our next game was at home to JLAB, and we got all 3 goals in the first half to really just run away with this game. I mean, JLAB did have a chance to get a goal or two, decent chances actually, but they missed both times, so you'd have to say that they could have done better with their chances. They had 2 clear-cut chances, which tells you a lot. We both had 2 clear-cut chances, but still, they didn't take advantage of those. Our defending is not brilliant. It's not the best, but we are still decent enough as it is. And it was when this time I had to drop Benavidez because of the transfer situation. I hope I can keep hold of him, really, but if I can't keep hold of him, I want 40 million for him, at least. But that's just my personal opinion on the matter. The last game of the month of August was away from home against Nacia de Madeira, and we were in a good position, 3-0 up at one point, then it was 3-1, then 3-2, before Danilo Silva completed his hat-trick. Chris actually got taken off in the 21st minute of the game due to an injury, a calf strain. He'll be back from injury soon, thankfully. But yeah, I feel that it's good that we have 2 players, 2 strikers who can get a hat-trick, and that's not even talking about Lazaro, who will be coming back from injury himself soon. So I'm very happy with the depth we've got in the striker position right now. Last year I couldn't get my strikers to score to save their lives, but now I've already got 2 strikers who've got hat-tricks and 2 strikers who've got at least 3 goals each this season. It's very promising to say the least. So this is the league table so far after 3 games, and we are top of the table, but only because of the fact that Porto were held to a draw by Guimarães, I don't know how to say their name, but they have won 4-0 and 6-0 in 2 of their matches. Chaves, the team they beat 6-0, actually won their first 2 matches of the season, which tells you just how dominant they were in that match. But yeah, we've got 11 goals, as have Braga, so we've got the joint second best attack. Porto got the best with their 12 goals. And I feel we can win this season. I want to win the league campaign, honestly, because it's important that we actually go one step further compared to last year. Our defence is a concern because we've conceded some silly goals this season, but at the same time, I'm not actually as concerned as I could have been. We've got some good young talent coming through the side, and we got good young talent being brought into the side from other teams. So my ambition is always to bring young players in and see what we can do there, and it's looking promising so far. Now, look at our group. Manchester United, AC Milan and Copenhagen. Now, I think we can beat Copenhagen comfortably, but AC Milan won their title last year and Man United are Man United. They are the champions of this competition. They've won this competition 3 times in 4 years recently. They haven't won it in the last 3 seasons, but they've been in the final so many times in recent times. It would be amazing if we don't have issues with them. And AC Milan, well, they won their league title last season, which was a shock to everyone in the game. And their manager is a manager I know rather well. Peter Grant, my rival when I was in Scotland. He was a Celtic manager for 5 years. I was the Hearts manager, and we were fighting nip and tuck for the league title in the SPL. And then he got hired by AC Milan. He's actually one of the reasons I thought, actually, I can get hired by a bigger team like Benfica. And yeah, I have to give him credit. It was him that gave me the inspiration to go and leave elsewhere. His Italian is quite fluent now, so he's good for him, and we've got a great relationship with each other. Despite the fact we were managers of other teams, I'm sort of like him. He's a very good manager, and I'm excited by the prospect. Though Jose Mourinho, not so much, I don't think. I feel that we've had issues in this team somewhere. I mean, he's a legend now at the club, but he was a Porto manager. I've been the Benfica manager, so I think it's understandable we don't get on at the best of times, but we're still not the worst managers in the world. We're still not the worst enemies. And I'm looking forward to seeing how we get on in this group. Either way, it'll be tough, though. If you look at Hearts' group, they got Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, and Dinamo Moscow. Those Sporting Lisbon, they got PSG, Real Madrid, and Besiktas. So they got two very tough teams there. And Porto got Borussia Dortmund, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Basel. So I think Porto could get through their group. I think Sporting Lisbon will be knocked out, but so could we. So it's difficult to say who's going to be in the best position in this group, in this competition, out of the 3 Portuguese sides. Also, Celtic, poor bastards, they had to get ahead and try and get past Real Madrid. Very unfortunate draw for them, because I felt they could have done a lot better. If they had gotten into the competition, then yeah, they could have been really good. And I'll just show you. They had to go ahead and try and stop Real Madrid, but they lost 7-0 overall. So unfortunate that they had to have this sort of draw just to get into the Champions League group stage. But anyway, I'm actually going to end this video here. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you guys will like and share this video, and that you will subscribe to my channel. It really does help me out a lot. But so anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.